Women of Reddit. What's it like to date bigger men? There was a guy I liked on my freshman year of high school. Let's call him Jack. He was living on a very active lifestyle. He plays a variety of sports with friends, meets a lot of new people at clubs or social gatherings, and he would have no problems finding girls to like him, that includes me. However, after high school something about him changed. A friend of mine found out what he was doing after 4 years high school and that he ended up working in security jobs, and not only that. His appearance has changed almost like a whole new person. He grew out his facial hairs, became overweight, and his mood was more depressed. There were talks about his girlfriend during high school at the time, ended up cheating on him because he has a small PP. And from there, his life went downhill afterwards. I felt sorry for him, so I decided that I wanted to meet up with him to catch up and comfort him. Honestly, despite his appearance, my feelings for him haven't changed since high school. When we met for the first time ever, he was surprised to see me. We talked a lot about what we did after high school. I enjoyed his company as much as he enjoys mine. So we ended up meeting each other a lot more often, and from there things got a little serious. We are now dating, and despite his appearance, he is kind, caring, and passionate. However, I was very worried about his health long term, and there are discussions where I wanted him to slowly lose weight or get into a new diet plan. However, he would just brush them off, saying that I should love him for who he is. I'm not forcing him to lose a lot of weight, I just want him to show that he cares about his health. He does not understand what I wanted for him. Our bedroom life is also very dull, no matter how many positions we tried. He couldn't get it in there fully, and that he would have a hard time keeping it hard. It would end up with me just doing all the work, giving him all the pleasure, and that I don't get any. He was pretty selfish in bed, and I didn't like it at all. We went into a huge argument, and that things didn't work out so well. So we broke up. I didn't like him because of his weight. I just hated his attitude. I hope things get better for him. Me F26 and my boyfriend M28 have been dating for 3 years. At the start of our relationship, we were both overweight, but I alone decided that I wanted to change something for myself, and that is to lose weight and get in better shape and be more beautiful. My boyfriend, on the other hand, didn't want to join me on my weight loss journey, as he is happy with his body. As long as he is happy, I didn't want to argue with him. So for these past 3 years, I have going to the gym 1 to 3 hours a day and maintaining a healthy diet plan. I went from 160 kilograms to 95 kilograms. I was very happy with my hourglass body, and everyone I knew was very surprised with my glow up. My boyfriend, on the other hand, continued to gain even more weight. My family was not happy with him being overweight while I was very slim. I defended him, saying that I still loved him the day that we first met. However, my boyfriend got very jealous when a lot of men around the gym have been talking to me very often. They weren't flirty or anything like that. They knew me since I first started on my journey on the gym, and they were very happy for my achievement. My boyfriend didn't see it that way and just took it that the guys at my gym were flirting with me or had other ulterior motives. I tried to assure him that I would reject their advances if they did, and that I am always loyal to him. My boyfriend wanted to prove my loyalty by going to another gym. I told that I wouldn't because I did not want to lose the friends. He would then accuse me of cheating, and this charade had been going back and forth for weeks. However, we made up, and that my boyfriend was sorry for his behavior. I was very surprised when I noticed that he also starts going to the gym more often now. I am currently dating this guy who was overweight because I thought that I could change him into something better. He has a high social anxiety, low self-esteem, big dad bod, and he currently still lives with his mom at his age of 26. He also currently has no job. Everyone that I know was very surprised that I was in a relationship, and they all think I have some sort of weird type of guys that I am into. But that is not the case. I just find him very cute, and that he was more open to me about his hobbies than he is with other people. Don't get me wrong, I do not like the way he is. I just like the fact that he has potential to be as good looking as me. I try to motivate him to be better on our day-to-day lives. Like going to the gym with him, make him join my social circle to meet my friends, and eat healthy meals with me. However, time to time, he gets very demotivated, and that he doesn't feel like doing anything else other than playing video games with his so-called online friends. I've been trying to change him for almost a year now, and that I am planning on giving up on him. So one day, I broke up with him. He was crying about why I was doing this to him, and I told him that he was never willing to improve himself. I ended up blocking him on all my socials, including my text and calls. I know a lot of people are saying that I am unfair and that people like him should be given a second chance. Well, not all people deserve a second chance. So ladies, don't expect anything more from a man if he doesn't put into more effort for himself. My boyfriend and I are not overweight but also not slim. My boyfriend has a dad bod that I like, and that our bedroom life was very active. We are both open-minded people, and so we are open to each other about a lot of things, and that deepened our relationship. We accept each other's flaws, and that's why we love each other so much, and nothing else could change that. My boyfriend is often very busy with his work, and despite having a big dad bod, he was willing to lose weight for me. I was happy with that he proposed, but I rejected it and that I told him that I absolutely love him the way he is. He would always make me laugh, take me on very romantical dates, talk a lot about deep things in life, and that every day with him was always the best thing for me. We do have our fights, but my boyfriend was very mature about it, and he would always take accountability if it's his mistake. The same goes for me, obviously. Fast forward, we are now engaged and is set to be married in 2 weeks. I am very happy with my life, and that I believe all couples should deserve the same happiness. Ladies, I'm telling you all that you should overlook the appearance of your man and should focus on more of what he does for you exclusively. Because a man's dedication can outweigh his looks if he is willing to put more effort into the relationship and you and him build together. I ended up really getting into a guy who took me out on a friend date. I honestly thought nothing would ever come of it, as he is a bigger guy and I was not attracted to him the first time we met. We got to know each other over lots of phone conversations when he was traveling, so that is when I really started to like him. I became very attracted to him in terms of his personality, but unfortunately I did not like his overweight. However, the main problem was his lack of self-hygiene. Every time we would go on a date, it would smell like he hasn't showered in weeks. I always tell him that he should try to shower every day. But he always goes on about how the water bills are not cheap nowadays and whatnot. But that shouldn't be the main reason to neglect his own hygiene. At one point, I couldn't take it anymore. When we were in public with friends, everyone was complaining with my boyfriend's smell, and I was so embarrassed at the time. Me and my boyfriend would argue with each other over this simple mistake. He was still so sensitive with the water bills, and that I told him that I'm breaking up with him if he doesn't fix this. We went on our separate ways, and all my friends were glad that I broke up with him. Lack of hygiene is a major turn-off. Please do not overlook this. I also had a guy that I used to like. I mean, sure, he is overweight, but after dating him for like 2 months, I have never did the deed with him in the bed. It's mostly because he is also lacking in self-hygiene, and that his body odor is horrendous to smell at. Therefore, I rejected his advances. He gets mad at me because he wanted to lose his V card, but I kept telling him to clean himself before we do the deed. And even though he claims that he does shower every day, he still smells like he hasn't for weeks. So he was lying and tried to manipulate me into doing the deed with him. I tried sending him self-hygiene videos in his DMs to help him out, but he took it as an insult to the wound. It's not just me that hates his smell, it's also his co-workers, friends, and his own family. Because of this, I was sexually frustrated because we haven't done the deed since we started dating. His lack of self-hygiene was just a major turn-off for me, and that I would never imagine myself doing it with him. I also don't understand how he can't somehow maintain good hygiene. I mean, it's such a basic thing to do. I still like him for his personality. He's not a horrible person, he's very caring and loving. He's just not good in the hygiene department. I have been very patient with him, and that I have to remind him over text every day to shower, spray with cologne, or whatever it takes to get rid of his smell. He would always respond that he is gonna do it. But I get very frustrated that the next day, he would still smell horrible. I don't think I will be touching him anytime soon, and that I am thinking of breaking up with him.